Hi guys, this is Oshi and this is going to be an actually quick walkthrough. I mean, I know I say this often and then it's not happening, but we know this deck, it's just a typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck, just this is the Tarot vintage version, which was released recently. The first deck that I actually wanted from the Rider-Waite-Smith variety, so to speak, was the Centennial, because I really like the colors of that deck, but when I saw that this one's coming out, I decided to pick it up because I only have the Centennial in a tin version, and I'm not saying it's too small because it has a great size, but I wanted a full-sized Rider-Waite-Smith deck as well, and this one looks much more closer to my aesthetic, so I decided to pick it up and it arrived, and now we're gonna take a look at it. So it comes with an interesting box, actually. I don't think I have a box like this yet. I mean, there's no holes around, but it's not too tight, so I can easily remove the lid. It feels like, because of how the font is positioned, that it was cut too thin, or whatever it's called, narrow. But the text is there everywhere, so that's good. So there's of course the foreign languages, because this is a Los Carabio deck, so there shouldn't be too much information. How to ask the question, something about the cards and reversals, the structures of the deck, the suit, and the numerals. Oh, I didn't know that. Court cards. I mean, I think it's enough for someone who just starts with the tarot, because you don't need a lot of information when you start. A few spreads, because that just overwhelms you. You can expand anytime, but it's better to have a few actual keywords and short descriptions when you start, because otherwise you'll be like, oh, this is too much and I'm not going to ever learn it. So I appreciate when they do that. The quality of the box is quite nice. It has, I'm assuming this is a linen finish. I'm not a linen finish enthusiast, but it looks like linen finish. So some people will be very happy that this is linen finish. And the box was shrink wrapped, and this is also, but this has that built-in little thing that helps you remove it, so you don't need to use your feet and stuff like that. We have an art card, which you don't care about, another one on the top, and I quite like the, oops, it's a bit slippery, the backs. I don't know if it's a vintage version of some edition. Someone who's more knowledgeable on Rider-Waite-Smith, please advise. But I really like the colors, and it looks like tea-stained paper. But I'm a sucker for old parchments and old paper and old books, so it's definitely, and I'm going to sneeze because, it just went, the smell from the, oh wow, wait. It smells like roasted walnut. A little, maybe. It's interesting. None of my decks smell like this. So I will quickly go to the cards, and obviously, as you can see, it doesn't even need to be. I mean, yeah, I will edge it a bit, but it's not completely just one color. The stain is bleeding a bit or showing up in the side of the card, so if you're not a big edger, it can still work. And just look at that. Let's look at one card for a little longer, because I love the colors and I just love how it looks. So definitely no need to trim the deck. I love this blue. And of course, since I don't have a normal edition, I can't show you how the colors changed, but there's not a lot of colors in it, so I'm assuming it was recolored. Ooh. But I really appreciate just only, you know, one dominant color, and not all the backgrounds of the cards are exactly the same. As you can see in the corner here, this one is more yellow, and this one has a darker corner, so that gives off that used feeling, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm quite appreciative of this color, and I think this is maybe the deck that could be easily used to read with for people who are not used to tarot decks. I mean, the variety. I mean, some are the same, but not all of them, or at least not. So the backs are the same, but the fronts are not. The coloring. What I meant to say was that, you know, there are people who heard about tarot, but they only know this deck, and when you know, pull out something like the Everyday Witch or Light Seers, they might be like, is that even proper tarot? Because I ran into that once, which was kind of weird, because it's like, yeah, it's tarot, but understandable, you know, that's what they know about as tarot. So I think this can be a good one for just generally having around to read with for people. And I really like the aesthetic, the colors, and I can't wait to, you know, use it for like I don't know, 10 or 12 years and just have it actually used. It's not shiny. I would say it's half slightly matte finish, which is great. Though I don't care, to be honest, if it's what am I wanted to say? If it's shiny, but with this color theme and the style, Tarot vintage, it's better that it's matte-ish. And interestingly, because the inside of the box is linen, but these cards are not, which I like actually, because I don't like linen because most of the time the small details are, you know, they get lost if there's a linen finish. Look at the green on the Page of Pentacles. I really like this green. And I just ordered a few ink pads, so I will have the Tsukineko Sage. I think that's the Dewdrop that might matches this side of the card perfectly. So I think I will do that, you know, edge it a bit more vintagey. Or I just used a Tim Holtz distressed ink to add more of a vintage style. I mean, look at that. It looks like, you know, there are clouds. Ooh, I like this 8 of Wands. And now, because of Richard, all I see is, you know, this is stage and stage prop. Oh, funny how one person can shift your view of a deck or a system or anything in life, really, with just one simple sentence, and you're like, what? And so many things changes if you look at this as stage and stage props and actors and whatnot. Though I kind of think about, because at first I didn't like them, you know, oh, look at that, this is great. I usually don't like this card, but with this aesthetic, it's awesome. So I was thinking about that. I don't know where did I heard that first, that when actors were playing, they were, you know, part of something more, and like magic, actual, like a ritual in a way. so that kind of makes sense, or didn't take away, or won't take away the meaning from the meaning of the cards if I look at them as just actors, you know. So I'm kind of changing a lot about how I view this particular deck, because with other decks I don't need to think about that, but with this one actually I need to. And doesn't it look amazing? So yeah, that's a quick walkthrough. I will post a flip through which will be even quicker if you just, you know, want to see this edition. But I'm quite excited for this deck, which I never imagined I would, because I don't like the original color theme or selection of colors, but that changed kinda as well, since Richard Longman-Taro. Why do I always want to add the tail? I don't know. Longman-Taro, his Tarothon presentation was amazing, and I will try to remember, link it down below, but if I don't, look for it, because it was so interesting and eye-opening in a way that it just made me want to work with this particular deck even more, and made me appreciating the original colors as well, which was really cool, because it's not like I wanted to not like those colors, because this is an iconic deck. This is such a staple and foundational deck to use, and I really wanted, that's why I picked up the Centennial, because I want to learn more about the symbology and everything. But this deck is amazing, and I think I'm going to, you know, use it a lot, because I already feel excited for, you know, picking it up. Why is it so hard? But whatever, I'm gonna stop, so this actually can stay a short one and I can upload it out of schedule, because, you know, no need for wait around for 2 months for this one to be posted. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!